So we now have more information about Jake Haro, father to missing 7-month-old baby Emmanuel Haro's previous charge for cruelty against children. We knew that this charge existed, but we didn't know the surrounding details, and now we do. Media outlet KTL5 states the conviction stems from a 2018 arrest in Hemet while Jake was married to another woman, Vanessa Avina. On October 13, 2018, Haro and Avina's 10-week-old daughter was admitted to Hemet Valley Hospital. Doctors reported to police that the little girl had an acute fractured rib, 6 ribs with healing fractures, a skull fracture, brain hemorrhage, swelling of the neck, and a fractured leg bone that was healing. According to a police affidavit, they wrote, "The combination of the above findings in a pre-mobile infant in the absence of a plausible history of significant trauma to explain the injuries is indicative of abuse, head trauma, child physical abuse, and nutritional neglect." Jake Haro reportedly blamed the baby's injuries on his wife. However, both were arrested and pleaded guilty to the charge in 2023. Now, I also saw yesterday in a KTLA news segment that Jake was allegedly supposed to come forward and explain these charges. I haven't seen anything on that yet, but as of August 19th, baby Emmanuel is still missing. This is Jake Haro's child that he has the charges for child cruelty on. This information was shared by TikToker Abby Blabby. The cousin who now has custody of this child reached out to her and shared some additional information. So Abby writes, "I was contacted by Avina's cousin, that is Jake Haro's previous wife, mother to this baby, who adopted her and has taken care of her every day since the brutal attack. Promise Faith, formerly Carolina Rose, turned 7 on July 31st. As a result of what was done to Promise, she has to breathe using a tracheostomy tube, needing frequent suctioning so she doesn't suffocate on her own mucus. She is blind, she cannot walk, she cannot talk. She only has 3% of brain function left and is 100% dependent on all care." In addition to adopting their daughter, the cousin and her husband also adopted Jake and Vanessa's son, Carlos, formerly Jake Haro II. Carlos, who is 8 years old, was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. Vanessa received numerous DUIs while pregnant with Promise, but miraculously, she was born healthy. All of her ailments began after she was beaten and abused. And like Abby said, how can someone almost take their own child's life and not go to prison for it? Also shared some additional photos of the baby after this incident happened. She did get permission to share these pictures. This is heartbreaking. 10 weeks old, and this poor child suffered ever since. This is her now. And this is when the family finally was able to adopt. It is also being reported that the attorney that Jake Haro has right now for the Emmanuel case is the same attorney that he used for that child cruelty charge that got him 48 months of probation. Did repost Abby Blabby's video if you'd like to go check it out, and I will tag her down below.
Now, this little boy is named Carlos, but his original name was Jake Haro II. He's Jake and Vanessa's older child, and the cousin has custody of him too. He was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. And let me add, the 2-year-old child that was removed from Jake and Rebecca's home, the cousin has that child as well. And look, I want to show you guys this. This is from when the cousin and her husband adopted Promise. And before anybody says anything, because I didn't blur faces out, she gave me permission to post this. Going back to Emmanuel, I don't understand how a man can practically kill their 10-week-old baby and not get serious prison time and remarry and have more kids that aren't immediately taken by CPS.